bounds, and Trafford needs to hustle. They won't have enough time. Athena Biondi throwing, and as time expires in the first half, and North Allegheny with the early goal by Savannah Urich, still in front, 1-0. As we are at intermission, we'll pause for a break and come right back on the North Allegheny Sports Network. To penetrate the Tigers' defensive zone, and eventually doing so, Christina Wallace lead pass right quarter, looking for Mackenzie Onks, but beyond her toe and out of bounds. Tigers will have possession, throw in for Margot Weller. Last score we had from Upper St. Clair and Latrobe was the Panthers 2, Latrobe nothing, late in the first half. We have not had an update from that game since. Things have been quiet via the internet to this point. And Trafford throw in, 25 yards away from the Tigers' net. Riley Watts delivers, header by Casey Arts, trying to angle it toward the middle of the field. Cleared by the Tigers. And a win, trying to win that 50-50 ball, but Savannah Murphy comes away with it. And now down the right sideline. Lead pass for Amanda Miller, but stepping in front of Athena Biondi. You see her defensive skills now. Hierarchy attempt from Como toward Miller. Back on defense is Riley Watts. Once again, Tigers try to go with a hierarchy pass toward Miller. Headed around by Como, headed back out by Karina Wallace, twin sister of Christina Wallace. And the trend continues as headers and possessions exchange. Hannah Stoops near sideline. Margot Weller looking for Gonchar. Gonchar able to get by a defender. Now on some space, the track down from behind. Good speed shown by Riley Watts. She clears it out of bounds. That's beyond the end line, however. And so the Tigers will have their first quarter kick of the evening.
Good pressure there. So the Tigers trying to one goal would be just huge if they're able to come up with that 2-0 lead. Bucky Anderson will take it.
Brooke Anderson, stutter step, still waiting. Now here we go. Right up and the right-footed kick. Glances off the head of Hannah Snoop toward the far sideline out of bounds.
Tough to get some air in that ball the way that wind's blowing.
Oh, the Tigers rattled the throw-in. Wow. The official near the end zone, left side, Ron D'Ambrosia gives North Allegheny possession. Penn Trafford, actually, I think both teams are a bit surprised by that. I don't know how that it went off of Penn Trafford, but it glanced off the head of Hannah Stoop and then directly out of bounds. But the Tigers will take it, but it's all for naught. Penn Trafford has a goal kick now.
Yeah, I don't know how that hit a Penn Trafford player. But we're a couple hundred yards away and they're right down there. So somehow I still don't know how, but nonetheless, it's a moot point.
Yeah, they have a better angle than we do, so we'll leave it to the experts as we have a free kick for Penn Trafford. I don't know, the Tigers just outside the Warriors' defensive zone. Free kick for Riley Watts. Offside is called there. So Tigers will have it right back. Free kick now for Hannah Stoop.
Offside's on Biondi.
Sarah Chomos, pass to Savannah Urich, 20 yards out. Has Miller 10 yards out. Right-footed kick off a Penn Trafford defender. Unintentional, but a ball carrying off of Karina Wallace. And then as it rolls out of bounds off of the Warriors, Tigers quick throw in, but a fine steal. Good defense there by Penn Trafford. Now to midfield, Christina Wallace, Natalia Biondi, back to Wallace, out of bounds off the Tigers. Now Christina Wallace, long throw in toward the left quarter. Gabby Smicinski tries to run it down in front of Casey Arntzen, does so, and kicks it directly out of bounds far sideline, but closer to the North Allegheny net. It's about 10 yards away. And Trafford putting it in play, glances off of the Tigers, and through the end line, corner kick Penn Trafford. Their third of the day for the Warriors. No goals off of quarters so far. Tigers leading this one 1-0 as we're 5 minutes into the second half.
When they take this one.
And a win, high arcing quarter in front. Juggled away by Lyon. Loose ball. Scrap for it. Lyon still on the turf.
And then everybody else was. Somehow she came up with it. 3 Penn Trafford players on the ground.
And she leads Maria Gonchar up the near sideline. I don't know how Lyon got to that ball, but somehow she did.
It looked like a bowling alley there for a minute. Like 6 or 7 players. The line just knocked them all down. It seemed like they went for that ball. And was laying on the ground. So he said somehow she was able to get to it.
It was a pile of humanity in front of the Tigers' net.
And again, referees are letting them play.
Header out of bounds off of Maggie Mastrogiacomo. Throw on for the Tigers. Rolls through the end line. There's a bit of a tie-up there between one of the Tigers' forwards. That was Megan Barfus. And a Penn Trafford defenseman. And Barfus wanted a call, but no such luck. Goal kick for Penn Trafford. Gonchar heads it toward midfield for North Allegheny. Somos. Loud kick. Europe tries to take control. Lead pass attempting to split defenders. Had Miller in the area. Good defense though by Athena Biondi. Gets to that ball in the nick of time. Clears it to the near sideline. Tigers throwing. Maria Gonchar less than 10 yards away from a sharp angle. From the Penn Trafford net. Throw into Chomos. And that is through the end line. And who's it off of last? Penn Trafford says it's a goal kick. Tigers say it's a quarter, and it's a quarter for North Allegheny. Second quarter now for North Allegheny today. 1-0 Tigers leading Savannah Urick with a first half goal 3.5 minutes into this one.
Gonchar will take that corner.
Gonchar with the right-footed run-up and a liner. Glances off of Amanda Miller and takes a Penn Trafford roll. And Penn Trafford trying to gain command. Jolene Yon keeps the pressure on as the ball coming to the outer perimeter of the attacking zone. But Yon keeps the pressure in. Barfus trying to play it into the middle toward Urick, but it's cleared high into the sky. Headed forward by Casey Youngs. Tigers keep it up. Kind of a whiff on the kick. Tigers almost kept it in. Weller as it's near the perimeter and a win. Good job keeping it in bounds there by Mackenzie Youngs. But the Tigers take possession back. Chomos to Urick. Lead pass Gonchar. Gonchar closing in, but headed out of bounds through the end line by Riley Watt at the Tigers' quarter, third of the day.
Boy, good burst of speed there for Riley Watt and able to head that ball over the goal line.
Some umbrellas up again, so light mist falling here. A little bit of a drizzle from Warrior Stadium on the quarter kick in front. And loose ball, left-footed shot and a goal. Brooke Anderson for North Allegheny, and it's 2-0 Tigers with 31:36 to play.
Yeah, I believe that ball came down to the great centering pass there. The good fruit ball off that corner kick. It looked like it went off the Hannah Stoops' body out front, and then Brooke Anderson able to corral that and flip it again. Top of the net, make it 2-0 Tigers, 31:36 left here in the second half.
Similar goals by Anderson and Urick today as Anderson went top shelf in the upper left quarter. And Brooke Anderson for North Allegheny makes it 2-0 Tigers. Penn Trafford, the 5th-seeded Warriors in some trouble now, but still plenty of time. 31-16 and counting.
Too much time.
Now, North Allegheny, you can look back to the regular season finale. Before we get to that, here's Amanda Miller trying to track a ball down, and it will roll through the end line. And it will be a goal kick.
Yeah,
goal kick for Penn Trafford. But going back to the last game, regular season finale for the Tigers, they were trailing 3-0 very late to Norwood, and then 2 quick goals within the last 10 minutes of the game gave the Tigers life. So it could look bleak for really the majority of the game, and then all of a sudden, one goal can give a team life. And 2-0 lead, it's nice, but nothing insurmountable at this point, especially against a team with the firepower of the Penn Trafford Warriors. So you like the lead, but still have to play through this from the North Allegheny perspective. Penn Trafford, see if the urgency picks up a bit now with the score favoring the Tigers 2-0. Margot Weller plays it ahead to Gonchar. Chased from behind and trapped down from behind by Casey Ox. Ox ahead to Italia Biondi. She's been quiet today thus far. Lead pass. Looking for Hannah Wynn, but beyond her reach and out of bounds. Jolene Young throwing. A goal for Brooke Anderson, her first of the season.
How about that? Great place, great time.
In the playoffs, you never know who may be the hero. We have a whistle on the Tigers. Free kick for Penn Trafford. Over 40 yards away from the Tigers' net. Casey Ox. We know her strong leg. Kicks it to the Tigers' net and off the crossbar. And it's out of bounds. Emily Lang trying to make a leap and save, but it hits off the crossbar. Now, if you missed the earlier portion of the broadcast, you'll know now, anyway, if you missed the earlier portion, that Casey Ox is also the place kicker on the Penn Trafford football team. So she has a strong leg, maybe even stronger than most. She booted a 24-yard field goal last night and then was named the homecoming queen at halftime. So it's been quite the 24 hours for Casey Ox, but the Warriors trailing right now to the Tigers 2-0.
And the homecoming dances tonight here at Penn Trafford. Would like to go a better mood.
Mackenzie Ox. Ball out of bounds off of Weller through the end line, so it's a corner kick for Penn Trafford. Warriors leading in corner kick 4-3. But the Tigers leading in the stat that matters most, goals scored 2-0. 28-25 and rolling second half. Hannah Wynn. Off the corner, and it will roll into the Tigers' net. There was a pile-up of bodies in front, a header attempt, and we'll see. It looks like Casey Ox is being congratulated.
That's who we'll go with.
And we have actually a conversation of which is who the goal scorer was. The Penn Trafford press box of Riley Watts with the goal, and they know their players better than we do, so we will defer Riley Watt with the goal. And it's now a 2-1 game.
Yeah.
That off the corner kick.
Yeah, don't even know how that went in. That just trickled off a few players. And crazy. The Tigers here with another chance, but just beyond the reach of Brooke Anderson. It goes out of bounds.
On the corner, as you typically do, there's a congregation of bodies where that ball is booted in. And there were several Penn Trafford players who could have scored that goal, and Riley Watts is the player that has been credited. So, as we were saying, the Tigers' 2-0 lead at the time was nice, but they still have more time and a fiery Penn Trafford team. And here they come again. Ball played in front, and Italia Biondi with a kick that was off the mark, but a save made nonetheless by Emily Lang as she ranges to her right to make the save.
What an effort by Biondi. The ball was just a little bit beyond the reach, but up that foot, I was able to get a piece of it. 1-1 goal.
Biondi is headed to the University of Toledo, and you have two Division I forwards on the field. No deficit is too much to overcome. And it's now a 2-1 deficit for the Warriors with 27 minutes to play. Throw in for Penn Trafford. Off the leg of Casey Ox to the right corner. And nice job by Hannah Stoop just guarding. And really serving as a barrier to Taylor Carey, preventing her from reaching the ball before it rolls out of bounds. Goal kick for the Tigers. Well, this has been quite the game today in the opening round.
As we expected.
2-1 Tigers leading. Penn Trafford increasing the pressure. And the wind in their favor in this second half. And here comes Natalia Biondi. 10 yards out, lead pass, good defense by Gabby Sliczynski again as he carried that pass away, deflected it in another direction, but still under pressure. Left-footed shot, great save by Emily Lyon. Left-footed attempt. Oh, left-footed attempt by Taylor Karen, but Emily Lyon with a save denies her.
Boy, what a great job. Looked like that ball was headed for that corner of the net, down low, and we're saving the day right there to keep this game a one goal lead for the Tigers. Boy, good job there as a Karen, because she got all that one. Big pass there by Casey Youngs with the pass from Hannah Lynn.
About 10 yards out, and there was nothing cheap about that shot at all by Taylor Karen. She had put forth a strong kick there with the left foot, and Emily Lyon with a diving save to her right with the denial, and the Tigers maintain a 2-1 lead. Brooke Anderson has the ball taken away by Penn Trafford in midfield. Athena Biondi, high-arcing kick into the Tigers' defensive zone. Casey Youngs challenging Savannah Urick for the ball. Urick now challenging Taylor Karen and clears it for a sideline. And the physical nature of this game has picked up a bit in recent minutes. Although, as you described, the officials have been allowing the game to take its course, and both teams' physical style continues, but that has picked up a bit over the last few minutes. Now a lead pass looking for Mackenzie Youngs in the right quarter, but Mackenzie Youngs could not race it down, and she puts her hands up to her head. And perhaps a miscommunication on that play, but the Tigers with a goal kick now. Emily Lyon with 24:07 to go. You can imagine both benches right now on pins and needles, and we still have 24 minutes to play. 2-1 Tigers leading. Header out of bounds off of Mackenzie Youngs. Youngs, the freshman and younger sister of Casey Youngs, who we've talked quite a bit about. Emily Lyon will handle the ball in the goalie box. And puts the hot kick high in the air to midfield. Fights the win. Good kick from Emily Lyon through the win. All the way out to midfield. Now it's Penn Trafford. And losing it out of bounds was Lauren Stover.
Well, the momentum, don't they? You can just feel the momentum after that goal. The clock just not clicking quick enough.
Throw in Casey Youngs leads Taylor Karen. Karen in the right quarter. And looking for a crossing pass, but it locked into the arms of Emily Lyon for North Allegheny. And throws the ball out to Savannah Urick. Quick touch pass to a teammate, right back to Urick. Near the far sideline. Out ahead to Amanda Miller in the Penn Trafford zone. In between the 30s, possessions exchanged. A little bit of a bump there. Natalia Biondi able to get Stoop off the ball. Gabby Sliczynski, though, clears, but a whistle on that effort. As Taylor Karen was knocked down to the turf here at Warrior Stadium.
The ball became out of bounds. It's all there to stand.
Okay, so no whistle there. Or no foul, I should say. As play continues on. Step around move by Riley Watts, who has Penn Trafford's only goal thus far. Ball out of bounds by Margot Weller. Throw in 40 yards away from the Tigers net from Riley Watts. Tigers defense pouncing on the ball in the defensive zone. Oh, now Emily Lyon, she realized she wanted to pick that ball up, but that was played to her by one of her own teammates. She wanted to scoop it, and as she was being challenged by Taylor Karen, realized she could not pick it up. She had to sidestep that forward on the attack, and she did so, but a scrambling play, and now Penn Trafford in the attacking third with possession off the throw-in.
Don't need any mental mistakes right now.
And that was almost disastrous. Amanda Miller midfield. Comes into a clear. Player changes, falls behind her. That was a punch off the defender. Lead pass for Savannah Urick. The goalie, Victoria Anderson, the freshman netminder for the Warriors, able to select that ball, reel it in near the top of the goalie box. Ball booted right back by the Tigers. 2-1 North Allegheny lead, 20 minutes and 48 seconds to play in regulation. Out of bounds near sideline off of the Tigers. Riley Watts. Throw in midfield. Margot Weller sends it right back for the Tigers roll. Megan Barfus underneath the loop ball, able to do so. Italia Biondi, lead pass as she has Christina Wallace streaking in that direction. Cleared out of bounds by the Tigers. Anytime the ball comes to the North Allegheny's defensive end, Gabby Smicinski is there. Has had an outstanding defensive game. Throw in, rolls it right out of bounds. And a goal kick for the Tigers. Under 20 to play. Goal kick, Emily Lyon. Hard right-footed effort. Out toward midfield, headed back by Casey Arts. Now settled down in midfield by Riley Watt. Passes it off to Lauren Stover. Stover, 35 yards away. Defense collapses and clears. Amanda Miller at midfield. A step in front move. Murphy takes the ball away from Karina Wallace. Lead pass for York. In the Penn Trafford zone. Headed away by Riley Watts. Casey Arts. On Barfus. Tigers clear. Margot Weller near sideline and out of bounds. Throwing toward Casey Arts. Good defense by Sarah Chomos. Body on her. Midfield, Amanda Miller will corral possession. 18:42 and counting. Lead pass for York. Ball cleared though toward the defensive left quarter for Penn Trafford. Up there at Biondi. It's Stewart carries the ball out of bounds off of one of the Tigers.
Do not go out of bounds.
Saving down some English on that.
Yeah, that's good.
And Amanda Miller, they move around Wallace, but a hard and high kick wide right of the net.
She's going to go top shelf and lower the net.
First half goal by Savannah Urick put the Tigers up 1-0. Within the first 9 minutes of the second half, Brooke Anderson with a goal to make it 2-0 Tigers. Just 3 minutes later, Riley Watt with a goal for Penn Trafford to cut the inning lead to 2-1. That's where we're at right now. With 17:45 and rolling. Ball played into the goalie box of North Allegheny by one of the Warriors. Emily Lyon will wait around a while. And then eventually, once she is challenged, the token pressure for Penn Trafford, she'll play it with her hands and now puts it away near the top of the goalie box. Blue Run Tigers. Casey on. Passes middle of the field. Played off the body by Mackenzie Youngs. Headed away though by Smicinski. And Trafford in the attacking zone, right back with it. Stu clears near sideline. And eventually out of bounds. Hannah Wynn watching it bounce a couple of times. Throw in for Riley Watt. Tosses toward Mackenzie Youngs, cleared by Stu. Headed right back by Wynn. Casey Youngs. And sideline pass, tight quarters, Lauren Stover. Taking off the ball, nice defense by Maria Gonchar and clears. Savannah Urick out races Hannah Wynn and then leads Amanda Miller. 1-on-2. Miller being chased down from behind. Miller with a low but hard shot with the right foot from 20 yards out. Save on that roller made by Victoria Anderson.
Good lead pass. Amanda Miller, she's got a strong foot, but didn't go a lot on it, but she's got a low to steal by the Tigers.
Gonchar with a steal. And a collision between she and Casey Youngs. That draws a whistle. And a free kick for North Allegheny, 30 yards away from the Penn Trafford net. And it's just outside the number. And a still free kick. Tigers leading 2-1 with under 16 to play in the second half. This is just as good as a quarter kicks, too. Well, locked it on net. Juggling save made by Victoria Anderson. Dangerous attempt, but able to hold on.
And for the top corner, boy, she just barely got a hold of that, and she didn't catch it. Savannah Urick was there to knock it in case it came out of her hands. Well, great kick there by Stu.
It's moved by Casey Onyx. Lead pass to Natalia Biondi down the left wing. Swachinski closing in defensively. But Biondi able to track it down before it is out of bounds. But deep double team then falls on Biondi, and that's cleared out of bounds by Marina Thornton. Raindrops picking up now. It goes from a drizzle to a light rain, and more umbrellas popping up as the breeze kicks up. 15 minutes to play on a chilly afternoon from Penn Trafford High School. Tigers 2-1. Anna Wynn. As the ball taken away and cleared out of bounds by Megan Barfus. Penn Trafford will stay in possession, throw in 30 yards away from the Tigers' net, near sideline. Warriors left to right in the second half. Throw in for Casey Onyx, one-on-one on Chomos, and out of bounds off of North Allegheny, corner kick. This will be the fifth of the day for the Warriors. Penn Trafford has scored their only goal today off a corner kick, courtesy of Riley Watts. And a win with the run-up. And off the corner, glances off the head of Mackenzie Armstrong, a header attempt wide left of the net. Goal kick now for Emily Lyon of the Tigers.
The Tigers able to escape that.
Game 2 of the doubleheader from this site. Single land, Greensburg Central Catholic against Syracuse Houston. Lee Bowen and I will be here for that one as well on the MSA Sports Network. Ryan, goal kick out of, well, no, not quite out of bounds. Now it goes out of bounds off the hop. Brooke Anderson was waiting for, trying to keep it in best as she could, but unable to do so. And also unable to keep it in bounds is a Penn Trafford player near the end line. So goal kick for the Tigers. And player exchange. And Maria Gonchar re-enters for North Allegheny. Sarah Chomos checks out. 13-17 to play. 2-1 Tigers in front. North Allegheny goals by Savannah Urick and Brooke Anderson. Penn Trafford, Riley Watt with the Warriors' only marker thus far. Borkamp plays at the midfield. Penn Trafford getting a bit more aggressive now, trailing by one. Keep the pressure on the Tigers, see if the NA defense can withstand. North Allegheny coming away with a free ball. Amanda Miller looking for a shimmy shake move, makes a pass left, comes right. Hannah Wynn tracks her down from behind. Now Kaluzu 20 yards away from the Penn Trafford net between Brooke Anderson and one of the Warriors.
Good free kick for the Tigers.
A free kick 20 yards away.
Make it. It's going to be the free kick. Before you put the stop the clock, I thought a yellow card was coming on it. It's just a warning.
Karina Wallace being spoken to by official Ron D'Ambrosia.
Just a warning. I thought maybe a yellow was coming, but not. So 20 yards out. Great opportunity here for Amanda Miller.
12:26 to go. 2-1 Tigers. Miller with the free kick line drive and cares just high of the crossbar.
She all that went off of Penn Trafford players with a corner coming.
Well, that's the way to do it. You put a line drive in front and see what happens. Maybe you get a fortunate bounce.
You know, she kicked it off the wall that was in the three-man wall that was out front.
Now Borkamp off the quarter kick. Header missed by Miller. Left-footed shot by Gonchar goes wide right of the net. That's the fourth quarter attempt for the Tigers today. Quarter kick. Tigers 0 for 4 on quarters. But it's a 2-1 North Allegheny lead with under 12 to go.
Tigers Quinn starting to get the momentum now.
Miller plays it to Gonchar, looking for Urick, but tied up with a defender. And the ball rolls in harmlessly on Victoria Anderson, the goalie for Penn Trafford.
It looks like Gonchar had some space, too, to try to make an extra pass to Urick. They were unable to connect.
Now the Warriors in transition. Mackenzie Yonks with a head of steam right quarter. And ball, nice defense there by Margot Weller. It's off of Weller and out of bounds. Is up beyond the end line. It is. So it's a corner kick for Penn Trafford.
Another corner for the Penn Trafford Warriors.
Well, the corner kick they picked up now. As it was from both sides. And defense ruled the day in the first half. The offensive part of the game picking up here the second half. Ball played in by Wynn. No one really there for Penn Trafford off that corner. But Wynn in the right corner, knocked down by Smicinski. And a whistle on Smicinski, but outside the goalie box. So it's a free kick, more or less a corner kick right now for Penn Trafford from the angle as the ball sits. Wynn puts it in front. A couple of hops. And a right-footed shot and a goal for Penn Trafford. Maggie Mastrogiacomo evens the score with 10:26 to play.
Good job there by Wynn putting that center. That ball just came right on Mastrogiacomo's foot. And boy, she had all day to tee it up. And was she going to go left? Was she able to go right? And she chose left top corner, easily putting the ball in the top corner, and that ties this game at 2.
Well, about 20 yards away, Mastrogiacomo, he described in a clear.
She had all day to pick her spot.
And the ball bounced in on her, a couple of hops. She tried a left-footed shot, the ball came back to her from a Tigers defenseman. And as you said, she had basically all day to really sit back, see what area of the net she wanted to try, and she chose the upper left corner, and Emily Lyon had no chance.
Yeah, when you have that much opportunity, with that big of a net, it's tough to defend. And get credit from the Warriors, they battled back.
So it's a tie game now. It was 2-0 Tigers. We're even 2-2 with 9:47 to play in regulation.
And there's a foul from behind, and Tigers going to get a free kick now from about 25 yards out.
So another golden opportunity here for North Allegheny, as this will be a free kick. About 27 yards away from the Penn Trafford cage. The officials backing up the Penn Trafford wall.
Yeah, they're going to go about 10 yards.
They were up about 3 yards. Here's the free kick. Miller, line drive off the crossbar, and then deflects off the football crossbar, which is out of bounds.
Right.
Even though the ball was sitting in front of the Penn Trafford net, the Warriors quick to point that out. So goal kick now for Penn Trafford.
What an opportunity there, just above the goal, top of the goal.
Miller's kicks come with a high velocity, and they're low-line drives, which you don't see that quite as often. Usually have the high arcing type kicks, but Miller's line drives make it difficult. Now a shot on goal, save made by Line with her feet on Mackenzie Onks. Ball deflects out of bounds wide left with bodies on the ground. Onks on the turf, Line as well, and what do we have?
Either a yellow or an injury. We got the Tiger down way back at midfield. So Young.
All right, Jolene Young down behind the play, and that's what has halted action. It's a goal kick upcoming for North Allegheny. Well, Mackenzie Onks had a one-on-one with Emily Lyon and tried to go backside on Lyon. Lyon, as she was diving, just kicked out the legs and stopped that ball, and then the rebound went wide left. Another terrific save by Emily Lyon keeps it a tie game.
We need to pick a North Allegheny automotive player of the game at the end of this game, which we will do so after this one.
And it could be anybody at this point. From what has happened and what may happen. Or what will happen, whatever way it goes.
Give the Warriors credit for battling back and not being down 2-0. I mean, they could have folded here.
Young hunched over for a while, still now walked her way to the bench area. Outstanding game on both sides today. Opening round of the AAA playoffs in girls soccer. Tigers were up 2-0. Savannah York and Brooke Anderson was gold. Tigers 2-0 win with 31:36 to go in the second. But 3 minutes later, Riley White with a goal for From Trafford. And now Mackenzie Giacomo, just 2 minutes ago, tying things up. And the winner to be determined. Winner will face the winner of the Upper Sinclair Latrobe game. Last we heard, the Panthers leading the Wildcats 2-0. That was late in the first half. We have not had an update since. And Trafford, Italia Biondi, streaking down the left wing, angles toward the net. Biondi with a pass in front, deflects around. Tigers with a clear. Margot Weller gets that ball out of danger.
Wow, great play by Weller. Lions on the play, that ball came out from Weller able to knock it out of trouble.
Multiple whistles.
Yeah, the Warriors keep coming.
Hawks plays it in front, headed away though by Smachinsky. And a quick touch play between the Tigers defense. But here come the Warriors again. Italia Biondi, right-footed kick, hard line drive over the crossbar and out of bounds. And Biondi, she has a strong leg as well and can score from about 25, 30 yards out with great velocity. We're at 7:35 and rolling. Second half, Lyon with the goal kick. Again, the wind in Penn Trafford's direction for the second half. Hannah Stoof and Italia Biondi, a collision. Ball awarded on a free kick to the Warriors.
This could be trouble here. It is 35 yards out. They've got a strong leg here.
Update from the Upper St. Clair Latrobe game. It's 5-0 Panthers. Free kick on net on the line with the save. They get 5-0 Upper St. Clair, so it appears the Panthers on their way to an opening round win. Midfield area, Gonchar plays it to the far sideline. Abigail Burrs has it deflect out of bounds off of one of the Warriors. Tigers throw in. And it will be Burrs who will handle those duties. Tigers bench up on its feet right now. 6:28 to play. In a 2-2 deadlock with a fifth steer, Penn Trafford Warriors. Brian Gonchar trips in the middle of the field in between the half is 45 yards out. Look at the Tigers about to build a rush, but North Allegheny still in possession. And Gonchar just lost her footing. And she was the player directing the ball. Now, nice steal made by Hannah Stoof at midfield. Stoof passes it right to Europe. Europe moves around one defender. Sidesteps another. 40 yards out. Pass looking for Borcad, but she's outside.
Just offside before Europe, where she put great footwork. Really able to handle that ball well, and that ball just beyond the reach.
5:45 to go. In regulation, tied 2-2. North Allegheny and Penn Trafford. Casey Yonks takes the ball away from Barford. Passes to the left, back left to Win. Win the lead pass to Italia Biondi in the left quarter. But there's Gabby Smachinsky once again for the clear out of bounds. Far sideline area. Throw in for the Warriors. Smachinsky hierarchy clear to midfield. Toward midfield. But it deflects back off of one of the Warriors. Hannah Wynn will set up shot. Pass in front. Cleared out of bounds near stall line by Margot Weller. And kind of Margot Weller with a terrific play a few minutes ago. Remember that ball was loose in front. And Mackenzie Onks bearing down. But Weller able to clear. And a high pressure situation. It'll be a goal kick for the Tigers under 5 to go in regulation. Ball ahead to Master Giacomo with 1 goal today. Crossing pass, but all the way through, nobody home looking for Italia Biondi.
He was going to use the odds of the crowd on that one. She had a chance. Fortunately, the Tigers goes out of bounds.
Emily Lyon. Goal kick toward midfield. Battle for it. And Savannah York will come away. Finds Brooke Anderson. Touch pass looking for Gonchar. He loses her footing a bit. As Ken Trafford clears it the other way in transition. Here comes Mackenzie Young. 3-on-4 develops. Mackenzie in the right corner, guarded by Weller. Circles around her. Smicinski brings on the double team. Hawks still can't get the ball into the front of the Tigers' net, but it deflects off of Smicinski through the end line. Corner kick for the Warriors. Their 7th of the game.
Great effort there by Mackenzie. The freshman being that corner.
2-2 game. Tigers and Warriors all tied up for the opening round of the Class AAA playoffs. Quarter kick, loose ball, save made by Lyon, rebound, and Lyon smothers it.
Still laying on the ground, but that ball was going to come loose, but did not. Anyway, Lyon, you should smother that. No rebound whatsoever.
Lyon has made 3 big saves in the second half. It will include the one just seconds ago by Lyon off that corner kick. She smothered the ball, not allowing any rebound effort. Lyon with 125 saves entering today's shares.
Foul on a Tiger. We'll get Ken Trafford a free kick from about 35 yards out. Looks like cold coffee, huh?
It's coffee. I like coffee. It's an iced coffee at this point. It's actually not that cold, believe it or not. Free kick, Casey Ox. On net, save made by Lyon. A free kick from about 35 yards away. Good punt by Lyon. Midfield, Tigers 2-on-2. York lead pass for Miller. It's just beyond her. The Warriors defense kind of clear. Ball comes free, Savannah York gets to it. Passes right in between the half. York taken down. Whistled. Now we've seen more frequent calls here. You mentioned the physical play picking up, and that has drawn more whistles and warnings from our officials. Free kick, and it's true. We'll just play it right to York, 40 yards away. And York with a bounding kick, deflects, loose ball, left-footed shot, Gonchar with a save on a hop by Victoria Anderson.
Boy, good job, Gonchar, able to control it and turn and shoot over right on goal. We go about a minute and a half now left in this contest. Still tied at 2.
1:33 and counting. York. Late pass for Miller. Goalie Anderson comes up and she'll play it on 3 hops near the top of the box. A well-played game today between North Allegheny and Ken Trafford. And both teams, you can tell, want this one badly. Tigers came out fired up off the bus, scoring an early goal by Savannah York. Ultimately took a 2-0 lead, but it's 2-2 now. Gonchar looking for York. York steps around a player, 10 yards out, sharp angle. York shot on net, save made by Anderson. Loose ball cleared out of there by Ken Trafford's defense and Riley Watt. Tigers keep the pressure on. Weller. Ball into the goalie box, cleared out on a header by the Warriors. Weller trying to get to it again, but Mackenzie on beats her to it. Late pass ahead toward Natalia Biotti. Make that Master Giacomo, and she unable to race it down as Emily Lyon collects it and pumps it away to midfield near the top of the goalie box. So she found that ball rolling in on her. That lead pass for Master Giacomo just a hair beyond her reach.
So the act is picked up here with 17 seconds left here. Looks like we might be heading overtime.
Destined for overtime now. Tigers 10 seconds throwing near midfield. So North Allegheny will have to hurry. It will not happen. We are going to go to overtime. Tied 2-2. North Allegheny goals, York and Anderson for a 2-0.